Undoubtedly, when it comes to the Chernobyl disaster, each of us immediately understands that these events have impacted the flora and fauna. Despite considerable time passing since this massive tragedy, we can still witness serious consequences for the entire ecosystem. Consequently, there are frequent reports about horrifying creatures, animal mutations caused by consuming contaminated fruits, and radiation contributing to their deformities. Hello, you're on the NSK Show channel, and today we'll discuss the worst things found in Chernobyl. Radioactive boars. Since 2011, researchers and authorities closely monitoring the Chernobyl vicinity have observed a series of unusual behavioral events related to local boars. Not only were lifeless bodies of animals discovered, but also living creatures exhibited wilder and more hostile behavior. DNA analysis of these animals revealed a high percentage of radiation. This could be influenced by edible fruits from greenery adjacent to the area where the nuclear reactor exploded. These fruits were tested and indeed contained very high radiation doses. The boars' bodies appear significantly altered and, in some cases, severely deformed, notably exceeding natural size limits. Scientists estimate around 16% of wild boars in this area underwent significant body changes. Mutated worms. Another eerie discovery concerns worms frequently found in abandoned buildings and damp areas near the old nuclear reactor. Although witnessing these creatures has been challenging due to the complexities and consequences, there's substantial evidence demonstrating their existence. Do you think this is a genuine photo? Deformed animals. Mutations not only birth incredibly mysterious animals but also cause severe deformities in many newborn creatures. Many are born incapable of surviving, particularly affecting farm animals. Experts note that after the Chernobyl accident, farms witnessed numerous deformed animals that couldn't survive. This contrasts with wild fauna, which showed significant facial deformities, additional appendages, abnormal coloring, reduced or increased body size. They survived, and many continue to live. Currently, animals remain radioactive due to their food containing radiation. Paradoxically, many species adapted to these conditions. Scientists believe we'll observe various strange deformities in many animals inhabiting this area for many years to come. Chupacabra. Arguably, the most intriguing reports of Chupacabra sightings originated from Latin America. However, a creature resembling the legendary cryptid has recently been discovered in the Chernobyl territory. It's a creature with 4 short legs and large fangs, hiding in the darkness and inhabiting more remote areas of the alienation zone. Apparently, this creature's origin was linked to something radioactive, as its body displays multiple deformities and odd protrusions. Let's call this beast the Chernobyl Chupacabra. Recently, there have been discussions about sightings of this strange creature not far from Chernobyl. Giant catfish. Some believe not all in Chernobyl were affected by radiation. For instance, fish seemingly avoided this toxicity, but unfortunately, scientific research proves otherwise. According to most experts, a large number of contaminated fish were discovered, with some merely perishing and others mutating and deforming. A notable example is the giant catfish, which due to heightened radiation levels, started reaching enormous sizes. They feed on larger fauna that regenerated without human interference. It's believed these catfish are 16 times more radioactive than any other animals in this region. Herd of cows in the alienation zone. Now, let's talk about the people who, against all odds, remained living in the Chernobyl alienation zone. Apart from scientists and workers, ordinary people refused to leave their homes. According to one of the latest population censuses in 2017, 84 people officially declared themselves. Not surprisingly, most of them are elderly individuals simply living out their lives in these villages. It's these solitary settlers who surprise scientists unexpectedly. Not long ago, a herd of cows was discovered in the alienation zone. Apparently, these animals were left unattended when their owners moved away or passed away. Surprisingly, these liberated cows quickly acquired survival skills and adapted to endure even the coldest winters. It's worth noting that the animals cope perfectly well without humans. However, locals weren't eager to disclose the existence of this free-roaming herd, seemingly wanting to keep it a secret. Unidentified humanoid. If you might have had doubts about the existence of the Chupacabra, in this case, there shouldn't be any room for skepticism at all. This is because there's concrete video evidence. The first mention of this eerie news was made by a YouTube channel focused on the paranormal on January 8, 2018. In this video, you can see a creature wandering in the Chernobyl zone. Upon zooming in on the footage, you can get a clearer view of the strange humanoid. It has 4 legs, a small tail, and spikes on its back. Some jokingly speculated in the comments that it could be a mutant dog, but what's there to joke about? The existence of such an unidentified entity is rather unsettling. Paranormal activity. For some reason, people believe that real paranormal activity can be found in Chernobyl and its adjacent areas. Consequently, many ghost hunters head there to validate their theories. For instance, a research group decided to conduct their own investigation. They wore protective suits, took cameras, and all the necessary gear and set out on their search. As a result of their work, the team did manage to spot several moving, unidentified figures. For example, this recording shows a humanoid creature wandering near the 4th reactor. Additionally, there were strange appearances of several ghostly figures within the walls of an abandoned hospital. Shocking vocal phenomena were also recorded. Creature from the puddle. This video was recorded by some unknown individuals. Apparently, they were somewhere on the outskirts of Chernobyl in their car when they suddenly noticed something very strange. In a dirty puddle lay some kind of creature, and they decided to get out of the car and see what it truly was. Essentially, it was some mutated pig with a deformed body. Regarding this video, there are numerous speculations. Some claim it's an unknown animal, others talk about a mutant pig, possibly a scientific experiment, as the creature's body shows a strange mark. Yet, a third category of people simply doesn't believe what they see on the internet, dismissing the news as fake. Regardless, there's room for contemplation, and everyone will have their own truth. In any case, what we see on screens is frightening. Mutant fish. On the day of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster and in its aftermath, the radiation was so significant that it affected the entire ecosystem, including many rivers and lakes. Consequently, years later, people started discovering living beings in local waters with unique properties. You might find this hard to believe, but this is the reality, and it's genuinely disturbing. Just look at this astonishing fish. Oddly, instead of eyes, it has mirror cavities. If you find this strange, take a look at another representative of the local fauna. This fish was unlucky enough not to have a mouth. Instead, there's just a small slit. How do you think these fish managed to survive to adulthood? Share your thoughts in the video comments. It'll be interesting to read. Strange creature. Here's another anomalous creature that's hard to logically explain. Young people were walking near a forest in the Chernobyl zone when they discovered a huge worm-like entity. When one of the guys had the brilliant idea to touch the creature, they found something very odd. It turned out it wasn't quite a worm, but something resembling it with what seemed like a head. Admit it, it all looks rather unpleasant, or even repulsive. Chernobyl crocodile. Many of us know that crocodiles can't live in Chernobyl, but watch this video and tell me, what then is this strange creature? At first glance, it seems like a small crocodile lies before us, but upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that its appearance is severely deformed. Moreover, this unknown object turned out to be extremely skittish and agile, too much for a real crocodile. So all we're left with is guessing who or what it really was. That's all for today. Don't forget to like the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everyone for your attention, and bye for now.